Just taking a walk around right now. Take a look at what we got here. Pretty awesome, a lot of people here. Nice and sunny, beautiful day. People screaming, having a great time.
So, we're here at Arms and Armor at the Bristol Renaissance Fair. It's the last day of the season, and while we're sorry to go, we hope to see you all later on buying things through our website and back here again next year. So, to take a look at a few of the daggers that we have, I've opened up the case here. Our daggers are made of a 1050 high carbon steel. They will take and hold a very good edge. But, like any other fine tool, you have to take care of them and keep them well oiled. We have a variety available. Our Crusader dagger, Knightly dagger, the Morgan Bible dagger, and the Medici dagger all have similar blade styles, and it's the hilt furniture that's most different on those. Similar in blade style would be the Auenlaws from about 1380. A nice flattened wooden handle here, a very simple style of crossguard. You see something that's the development of what's going to eventually become the Holbein style dagger.
It's very beautiful. Do you prefer that one? What would you say one of your favorite ones is out of this collection?
Out of this collection?
Yes. Kind of narrow it down a little bit.
I really like our combed messer. This is one that came into our collection just a few years ago. It's got a very stout, heavy handle, a pommel that is nice and weighty. The crossguard here is large enough to prevent the hand from slipping down onto the blade when used in a reverse grip. Our blade, as you can see here, is fairly wide near the hilt, but comes down to a very narrow point. This is designed to get into the links of mail armor and to split the ring as you drive the blade further down in. On a blade with two edges, the point might be thin enough that you'd be worried about it breaking. But with our combed messer here, like with the rondelle dagger, the spine of the blade is fairly thick all the way down.
Oh wow. So this is a single-edged one right here?
This is a single-edged one.
Okay, yes. I see it now, yeah. Wow. That's good construction on that too, and not brittle at all. It's
no,
good.
This is a solid piece meant to be used on the battlefield.
Awesome. Hardwood handle on there.
Yes.
Nice. Very cool. This is a German rapier?
This is the German rapier.
Wow.
It's one of the shorter rapiers that we make. It's a fairly light piece, So even a woman who's got a very small frame and not a lot of developed arm strength, this should be comfortable for her to use.
Okay.
It's something that's because it's much shorter, it's easy to wear around as a part of your costume and not bump into things like you might do with a longer rapier.
Right, or like a wide cross guard that's like, there's a huge circumference to it, right?
Right, a wider cross guard would be uncomfortable, but also a longer length blade would end up necessitating that you have greater spatial awareness. Most of us aren't accustomed to having some sort of thing hanging from our hip,
Right.
and having an extra 1.5 to 3 feet in diameter around us that we have to be aware of.
Right, we're just worried about iPhones. Which is like a couple inches, right? In comparison to having a piece of sharp double-edged steel on here. So, this is beautiful. I'm gonna get some close-ups. Really highly decorated.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
I believe that we took castings off of the original
Really?
on this.
That's incredible.
So I can go ahead and turn it over here so you can see.
There's a knuckle lining for the handguard there. Wow. And one more time, what was the name of this one again?
This is the German rapier
German rapier by Arms and Armor.
by Arms and Armor. We have a matching parrying dagger as well.
Awesome.
All right, so we have here the Saxon parrying dagger. Sometimes people have misconceptions about a parrying dagger and how it's used. Often I'll get people coming into the booth asking, so is this like a bayonet? Does this ring go over the end of a musket or something?
Right.
No. And they ask me, do I put my finger through it? No, that's a really excellent way to get your finger broken or cut off.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Instead, that ring is meant to protect the fingers here, so that when you're holding it, this gives you protection against another blade coming in
Right. Sliding
and possibly attacking the hand. So when I have a sword blade coming in, I'm going to use that parrying dagger to set it aside.
I see. That's better than nothing, right?
Absolutely.
Because you get your finger in there, it's just like a mini guillotine almost.
Yes. So a couple of different ways of holding the parrying dagger. One would be to hold it with the blade, with the thumb flat against the blade here. The ring protecting the fingers this way. This is used more in the earlier cutting and thrusting style of Bolognese swordsmanship, or with some of the Germanic swordplay styles. For Italian rapier, you would want to be altering your grip on it so that the ring still protects the fingers, but this style of grip here, I'll turn the hand over,
Ah, I see.
gives you a little bit more reach with it, and you're able to use it in conjunction with the rapier. You get better point control here. The dagger is supposed to simply serve as a defensive tool to help ward off attacks, to help support the use of the rapier itself.
I see. So it's covering the inside line, the inside center line.
Yes.
I see. So this grip here, we see this a lot, even in other martial arts where the thumb is there. Would you say, for your experience in Italian rapier, that the thumb is a straight line all the way to the tip to keep the tip straight, so that it's more secure than like a hammer grip would be?
Correct.
Okay, I see. That's very cool.
Yeah. So, 16th century Italian rapier, 16th century Italian side sword, or Bolognese side sword.
I see. Awesome. Very cool.
It's a gorgeous piece.
Is that a brass on the handle here?
It is brass, yes.
Very beautiful.
And it's got a blued finish here.
So what's the name of this model that we have here?
This is the Saxon military sword. It's a copy of an original piece that was used by the bodyguards to the electors of Saxony.
Okay.
Pretty high-level folks, you might think of them as congressmen today. So this would be akin to a Secret Service sidearm.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. And that's probably why it's so heavily decorated too on the guard.
It's very heavily decorated. It's a very solid guard. There's a lot of weight in the hand here. It's a well-constructed guard to take a lot of punishment in parrying other other military style swords.
Okay.
It's thin enough that it's going to be able to be worn around comfortably as a civilian dress sidearm, but the stoutness of the guard and the pommel here are things that would let you use it in very close quarters combat to strike with the pommel or the cross guard, as well as cut or thrust with the blade.
That's fantastic. That's a very versatile blade we have here.
Yes.
We have a fuller I see at the bottom.
Yes.
Looks very beautiful. Is this a new model?
No, this is an older piece that we make. We also make a matching parrying dagger.
That's fantastic.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm going to do a little bit of a pan around the Arms and Armor booth. Thank you so much for sharing
You're
this
very
with me.
welcome.
Thank you. So I know you can see me in the reflection, but here's some of the anti-armor weapons that Arms and Armor offers. There's the Iberian mace we reviewed before. Actually smashed a coconut with an Iberian mace. Went
Awesome.
through
Let
like
me open
butter.
this up for
Sure.
you, so you're not getting
Oh,
through
thank
the
you.
glare.
Thanks so much. Here's the Iberian mace. Very beautiful design there. Warhammer.
I didn't see the other.
What else do we have? High Gothic mace. Let's see the close-up on this. Nice. This one is my favorite. The High Gothic mace. It's got a leather grip on it. Got a handguard too. All the way down, we have a spiked flail. Something to ruin your enemy's days with that. And look at the chain too. Very cool.
I like thinking of it almost a little bit more like baseball, right?
Okay.
It's terribly wrong. When you bring that elbow back, like right up here, twist, arc, point.
You actually don't know how right you are. With the short sword, you bring the hand back.
Yeah? I did not know.
You're actually very correct on that.
That actually is surprising because I've had people tell me that that is the wrong way of doing it.
No, because how are you going to protect your hand? I'll tip down? Okay.
Yeah, man. You get comfortable just doing that, you're gonna get close.
How are you gripping?
Oh, I see what you're doing.
They're going in now.
One more thing. Last thing.
Sure.
Change your grip one time for me. Make a fist with your thumb on the side.
This? Adjust it if you need to. Just show me.
Like close your fist.
This?
Boom. Boom.
Okay.
Feel that?
Yes.
Right in that pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere in that 180 degrees, but the point where you want it, match it up, it starts to become like repetition.
There
Nice.
you go.
Woo!
Thank you.
Absolutely,
so much,
man.
man.
Take care of yourself. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Time at the Bristol Renaissance Fair. I just see some mud fighting, some awesome weapons from Arms and Armor. Thank you to them for allowing me to check those out and everything. We sell those over at Kult of Athena, and I've been selling them for a little bit over a decade now. So thank you again for that. Thanks for joining me on this video. It's a little adventure, the last day of the Bristol Renaissance Fair. I'm gonna finish walking around until the sun sets. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it if you'd like, share my adventures that I'm sharing with you guys. Comment below what you think. Did you get out to the Ren Fair this year? I'll talk to you soon.